What I would say, this shaft is a little too upright.
Right.
I'd rather it point more at your belt.
Okay.
That'll help you cock your wrist more.
Yes.
And your left hand is still a little bit more on top of the club. I'd like to see the back of your left hand more on the backswing.
Okay. I'm going to have to rotate my thumb down a little bit.
Yeah, so your thumb should be at about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Now here's the setup, also in a closed stance, which is good. Now you notice how underneath the club gets behind you.
Yeah.
Part of the reason that you come down steep is because you come too far to the inside on the backswing.
Uh-huh.
So when the club gets too far behind your hands at the first parallel, all that means is the first time the club reaches a parallel to the ground, the club head is in behind you a little more. You got the club back pretty good here. Notice how you come down a little steeper than you go back.
Yeah.
Notice how the club goes under and then a little over.
Definitely.
I'd like to see the club, when you take it back, I'd like to see the club get back a little bit further. Obviously this is going to be a comfort level.
I can do it if I concentrate.
Yeah.
All right.
And I also think that this isn't that bad on the downswing. It's a little steep, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I don't even think of, all I think about is turning my hips, really, once I get it back there.
Oh yeah? Well, I want you to think of coiling your trunk,
Okay.
you know?
All right.
Let me just show you one thing here real quick, and then you'll get an understanding of what we're trying to do. Now, so the term on plane, all it means is you draw a line through the shaft that extends from the ground. The shaft would stay pretty much on that inclined plane. That would be what's considered on plane. See how the club head
Yes.
and the hands and the shaft run up the plane. And then when she goes to cock her wrists, the shaft's a little steeper than the angle that's established. Yeah, so, right. So that's what we're going to... It's hard to cock your wrist with a weak grip because this wrist doesn't cock properly.
Right.
It should cock like this, but when your wrist is like this, it won't hinge.
Right.
So, I know it's going to be really uncomfortable, but I want to try to get it over there, and then you can get some wrist cock. And you're going to be able to hinge it so much better that way.
Okay.
But when your left wrist is like this, put your left hand on there like you normally do. You usually have it like this. When you go to cock your wrist, there's no hinge because this wrist is going like that.
Right.
This is more hinging. So just by getting the club in your left hand in a little stronger position, or a little more clockwise position, that will help you.